Hey, Miles here, milesbecker.com. In this video, you're going to follow along as we review 22 months of content marketing efforts. Specifically, we're going to drill down inside of the analytics of my YouTube channel, my WordPress blog, and my podcast. The goal is to help you understand exactly what it takes to create success online. And if you've seen these in the past, know that I'm going to work to actually show you a little bit different analysis of the data. So it'll be kind of interesting in that regards. The goal again here is to show you that consistent effort applied over sustained periods of time is actually how you create the goal, create the results, create success online. So let's jump right in and actually take a look. So the first place, we're right here inside of YouTube, and you can see that I've got 57,815 subscribers at this point. So probably will be well within the 60,000 subscriber mark, and you can see by the time I do the next update, and you can see right here I've got 375 videos published at this point in 22 months. I'll let you do the math. I believe that's an average of about 20 or so per month. And then I want to go inside the analytics because this is where we're going to get into the interesting numbers. Now, my analytics right now, kind of month over month, aren't moving a ton, and they haven't been moving a ton for a while. And someone who doesn't really get the power of compounding efforts might think, well, but it's flat, right? You're not actually growing. So you can see I've got 1 million minutes of watch time, 144,000 different views in the last 28 days, and I'm going to set up a really quick comparison. And we're going to compare the previous 28 days just so you can see what I'm talking about. So you can see I'm actually about 30,000 down on my watch time, 30,000 actual minutes watched, and I'm down maybe 6,000 or so views. Those numbers are like, I don't even think that's a percent, to be honest with you. So tiny amounts, very small figures. So in one way of looking at it, my numbers are flat right now. But what I want to do is I want to start to zoom out, because this is where most people forget, is that you're really actually making generally very large gains over longer periods of time. So you can see when I go out to the last 90 days versus the previous period, which is essentially 90 days versus the 90 days before, you can see at this rate, I'm almost 10% better, right? Like I've got 230,000 more minutes watched in the same time frame, and here we've got 30,000 more views. So that's somewhere between 5 and 10% with my rough kind of off the top of my head math. But this is really where I've wanted to get with you, because now that we're close to, let me see here, last 365 days. Now that we're close to the 2-year mark, I can start to run full year-over-year numbers. And this is where you can see the change is absolutely massive. Now again, I'm at about 22 months. So right here, the first 2 months on this orange line, there's nothing. You can see my first video pops up right about here on the timeline. So you got to take that with a grain of salt, right? The 4 million views that are the orange line, or excuse me, 4 million minutes watched that are the orange line down here, it doesn't include what's left of my cursor right now. But still, even if it did, you notice it ran pretty flat here for the first several months. In fact, it took about 6 months for me to really start to rise up, and almost an entire year for me to get in the channel that I've been working with now. And you can see clearly I've got over 300% increase year over year, again, less that 2-month period. What most people do is they'll get started, they'll publish videos for a month or 2 or maybe even 3, they'll get to about here and they'll be like, wow, this is a ton of work. This doesn't generate the results that I want from these 3 months of effort. I'm going to move on to something else. And they jump over to drop shipping, or they jump over and try a new niche site. Maybe it's the niche that's broken. Maybe now they're trying to do Facebook ads, and they jump from one thing to the other to the other. But the goal that I'm trying to help you see is that this whole year 2 in this upper range, the blue line here, and down here, the blue line here, this is a 4x increase almost right here. That's where you get all of your results. The power is in the follow through. So that's really what I wanted to show you from here. And real quick, I want to do one more. I'm going to cancel the comparison. I'm going to go here and let me do a quick adjustment here. Now I've said it's a lifetime, and lifetime is a little, it's not truthful, because I had this Gmail account for this whole time here. So lifetime for me actually started literally 22 months ago. I had no videos, I had nothing published before that point in time. And you can see right here, this watch time, I've had 17 million minutes viewed. And over the life of this channel, in 22 months, I've had almost 2.5 million views. That is absolutely incredible to think that I can just take a little bit of time out of my schedule to put these kinds of videos out for you, and I'm getting literally 2.5 million views, 75,000 likes over 20,000 comments. About half of those are mine. And again, over 57,500 subscribers. So that's the power of really sticking with something for a long period of time. And let's go look at what this means inside of the blog. So here we are in my blog, and you can see 11,000 visitors, 19,000 visits in the last 30 days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a quick comparison here to go 30 over 30. And you're going to see it's kind of similar again, right? We've got about a 4% increase here, about 1.5% here, about 3% increase there. Small incremental increases. I like incremental increases, but let's go out to the year over year. This is where it gets fun. And you can see year over year, I'm sitting at a 71% increase, right? So the blue line is this year, and my highs are higher and my lows are higher. And in fact, it doesn't even look like the highest point where I was last year even touches my lowest day of where I'm at this year. 85% more users on the website, 71% again, new sessions, and over 66% more page views. This is really exciting content, really exciting numbers to me. But what I want to do here real quick is set up another year over year in a different way. And give me one moment to set this up here. All right, so what I have showing you right now on the line is the last year of blog traffic, okay? So this is a 365-day view. And you can see I was kind of in a lower channel, it bumped up, and I wiggled around for a while, and here I am in a very consistent channel. In the last year, I've had about 437,000 page views from 116,000 people for a total of 222,000 sessions. That's pretty powerful when you realize that 100,000 plus people have entered my virtual real estate to see what's going on, and most, if not all of those people see my pop-up and they get the opportunity to join my list. But let's do a year over year on that. So now we're going to look at the last 365 days versus the 365 days before. Now I was blogging at this point in time. You can see all the way back here I had 17 sessions, 17 visits that day. So I was blogging in this whole time. 353% increase in the year over year. So that means the last 365 days versus the 365 days before this. This is where I'm getting the 2 years plus of consistent effort, really starting to leverage that kind of the results that compound on each other. It's really the compounding of the results that's starting to happen. And you could just see it so clearly. This is practically flatlined. And I started, let's see, it would be around here, I believe. Actually, no, I started my videos here. Right about here is when I started my videos on this orange line. So down here, I started the videos. You can see absolutely nothing going on with the blog. And right in this range here is when I started to actually get a system in place. And I started by transcribing the videos myself, putting my blog here. And now I've just been really consistent. Recently, I've been publishing a lot more of my emails on my blog, as well as a lot of my content that gets put out on the blog. And then one more view, I want to show you the lifetime of the blog as well. So zooming way out through June 20th of 2010, so that's literally 8 years ago, you can see I've got this little flutter of effort, of results, right? I was actually trying to work on this blog and grow it as much as 8 years ago. You can see here 6 years ago I had a little bit of effort. You can see even about 4 years ago, 4 years ago here I had some effort, but it really wasn't until about where my cursor is there that I started publishing videos. And once I started publishing videos, I became a content creator. Then I built ways around here to start to get systems and teammates to get my content off of YouTube onto my blog. And I have been on an absolute rampage of publishing ever since then. And now I'm starting to see the results. And you can see 150,000 users in my blog over the entire lifetime of it. But as you saw a moment ago, most of that happened in the last 365 days, right? It's amazing at how much the results compound over each other. And now I'm building a foundation for higher highs and higher lows again, which means I can level this up. I've just got to get a little more creative. And my goal and my strategy right now is to not just have my content from my YouTube videos put onto my blog, but I'm also adding my emails, because my emails I'm starting to write are very value packed. I've written some emails that were as much as 1,700 words. I'm going off the script. I'm teaching more in depth than I am teaching just on the YouTube videos themselves. So it really is this extra value add. And since I'm sending out these 700 word to 1,500 word kind of emails that really teach key lessons to entrepreneurs, I might as well get that onto my blog too. So now I have two types of blog posts going up, and this is still very, very new. This is only within the last couple of weeks that I've been publishing them in this manner. So now I know that I can keep going forward with this new plan over the next year, and that is my goal, to really level up my blog traffic for that next level. At this point, if you're curious, I got about 5,400 subscribers on my email list. If you're not on my email list, you can go to milesbeckler.com/free-course. You can get the free course, and you'll be getting my daily emails within about 2 days. I just send you the access for the first day. So that's really what's been going on in the blog. I'm really excited with, I mean, think about it, like back in 2010, 2011, 2012, I was trying to get this going. 2014, 2015, I had a little flurry, a little bit of traffic going there, but it wasn't until I just got consistent, until I turned pro, that things really started to change. Then finally, we're here inside of the podcast, and you can see all time at this point, I've got 43,000, about 44,000 downloads to my podcast. This just launched in, like October, November of last year. You can see since November 1st, it's been 40,000. So I do think it was mid-October of last year, which means this has only been running for about 8 months. And over 8 months, I've generated about 43,000 downloads. You can see last month, May, I did cross the 6,000 download mark in a month. That's my first time. And if you look at it, March, 4,700, April, 56, May, 63. Here we are on the 20th day of June, which means we got 10 more days of June, maybe 11 more days of June. So that would be maybe another third. And if we look at that number, I would say I might be able to cross that 6,000 mark again, putting up higher highs and higher lows. And you can see my highs, this is actually a new all-time high for me, 434 downloads in a day. The number of days that I'm having below 100 downloads is at an all-time low, and the number of days that I'm having above 300 downloads in a day is at an all-time high. I do email my list over to my podcast at least once or twice a month. I don't overdo it, but I do want to help make sure people realize they can get this kind of content that you're getting right now, especially the ones that don't have the screen share. You can get it in audio format so they can listen to my content when they're walking the dog, they're on the treadmill, they're commuting to work. You can continue to fill your brain with marketing tips, copywriting tips, business growth tips, entrepreneurial tips, and mindset tips, all while doing other things. It's a powerful way for you as a listener to keep growing your mindset and keep growing as a keep skilling up and becoming a more valuable individual to your business and those local businesses that you're helping, while also doing other things that you're already actually doing. So my goal is to help get more people subscribed here, because I know that this will eventually get over 100,000 downloads, and then eventually it will be over 1 million downloads, and it will continue to grow also. And that's ultimately the game plan. This is my wife and this is our goal. This is how we built her main website that has had over 25 million visitors since it started. I'm a little bit of a late bloomer myself. I never got consistent with content marketing. My wife got consistent with her content marketing in 2009. I didn't get consistent with content marketing until 2016, but you can already see the results that I'm generating are massive, and they're going to continue to grow, and I'm going to continue to document the process as I teach you all the nuts and bolts of how to build a business online and how to grow a business and market your business through digital marketing. I also want to show you the results of my efforts, because everything that I'm doing is exactly what I'm teaching you. And as you watch my channel, you can watch what I'm doing to see exactly how I'm approaching it, and you can learn from what I'm teaching you. I'm running zero paid traffic to the Miles Beckler platform at this point, and I have zero desire or intention to do so. I'm going to let this be an organic effort, because it started with the cell phone I had in my pocket, the webcam that's on my laptop. I got about maybe $120 worth of lights around me, and that's it, right? I got a $30 headset, and we are running. And so I'm trying to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt for our third brand now in my family that it really doesn't take any fancy tools. It really doesn't take any fancy courses. It takes the willingness to put in the work for years on end to grow the audience. And then you got to be of service to the audience. Everything I do funnels people back to my email list. That is my main goal is to get people onto my email list because that's where I can take the relationship further, and that's where I generate the revenue when I mention things like my DIY sales funnel video series that teaches for free how to build a sales funnel on WordPress. There's a few affiliate tools, affiliate links in there. That's when I earn my income, is when I mention the tools and the resources that I use as an affiliate, because there are a few tools I use and I'm honest and open about which ones are affiliate programs I'm a part of, but they're all things that I actually use to grow my business. Surprisingly, it's like 4 things and that's it. But I'm going to continue to putting out the helpful content. I'm going to continue to be a leader in the fact that I'm going to show it takes this consistent effort over long periods of time. So I'm doing my video today to make sure you see that not only here's the results, but I'm also publishing, because that's my job as an internet marketer. That's my job as a content marketer, is to publish helpful content on a very regular basis so I can help you realize that Miles is here for you. And if you got a question, you can go to the Miles Beckler channel or the Miles Beckler blog. You can search for the keyword phrase around your challenge, whether it's Facebook ads or funnels or content marketing or SEO or keyword research, and you will find helpful content, because that's what I do. I share helpful content for you to help you grow your business. You can rely on me as a resource, and you can also use me as an example of someone who's creating the kind of results that creates yet another multiple 6-figure per year business, because this brand, the Miles Beckler brand, at this point within 2 years is definitely a multiple 6-figure per year brand, and it is on its way to becoming a $1 million per year brand in and of itself. And this is really still my side hustle, right? This is my part-time thing. Working with my wife on our main brands is still the big focus for our family. This is still what we're going to be tripling down on in this next year, bringing on a couple of new teammates to really grow that brand. And I get to document that process for you to show you all the things we're doing to grow that brand, to help you grow your brand, so you can see what I'm doing. You can learn how we're doing it. You can see my wife and I are 3-peat winners in this game online, and I just want to make sure you know you can do this. It doesn't take any special tools or techniques. It takes a lot of work. It takes putting in the time, the effort, the consistency for years on end. And when you really understand that, you start moving forward excited to be helpful, to share helpful kind of tips and items and helpful videos and blog posts for your audience. That's when you've really found and uncovered the magic key to success. Then you just got to stick with it for a couple of years, and you will be amazed at the kinds of results that you can create. I thank you very much for watching this video. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, get at me in the comments below. Leave me your question in a comment. I will answer it when I have time. I'm happy to answer your questions. If you enjoyed this, obviously give me a thumbs up here. Feel free to share this video with anybody you know who's currently doing content marketing, or if they're doing a 90-day challenge. Give them a little encouraging video here that shows little things done consistently over long periods of time create significant results. We're talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people visiting my site at this point. And again, my wife's site, who's been doing this for even longer, gets like 25 million visitors. She gets literally 5 million different people visiting her site every year at this point. It is amazing what you can create. I wish you nothing but the best success and the biggest success in the world. I hope you accomplish your dreams, and I really hope that this video has helped you a little bit on that path. Again, get at me in the comments with anything you need. Hit the thumbs up, give me a like here, and I look forward to connecting with you on the next video. Until then, be well.